So these singles, Operation Doomsday, considered one of the, essential albums from this sort of independent hip hop movement in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. The thing that I always observed from some of your singles, some of your work from this period is, this is when hip hop really got super divided in terms of where your loyalties were, at least from a listener's perspective. It's like if you were snapping your fingers in the club listening to Bad Boy records, you were supposedly representing one sensibility. And if you had a backpack on and you were bobbing your head like this and, in a cipher or whatnot, you were representing something different. Yet, the thing that's always been interesting to me is when I hear some of these singles and some of these songs you put together, you're actually using some of these same reference points. You're just flipping it in a different way, Some of your songs are referencing Atlantic Star or James Ingram or Steely Dan or things that are would not be out of place being used in these other music that's being made that's more popular. Right, yet right. You're using it in a different way. I just wonder what your opinion is of me putting that idea out there.
Yeah, I think the one thing that differs is the recording techniques and recording styles. Like that's what would be making it. I think that's what where the line is. Like they grew up probably listening to the same things we grew up listening to, right? Except their production methods and I guess the direction they wanted to go in was more of a polished, you know. I would say, I don't want to speak for them and whatnot, but it's like a polished sound. You can tell by how it sounds. It's like almost aiming for a certain a certain goal, like as far as sonically, and selling records wise too, to make it a more you know pretty product. You know what I'm saying? Where we might be using the same sources, the same references, but I'm keeping it to where it's like, yo, it's vinyl. That shit might have dust on it. It might have crackles in it. I can't get the CD, so I'm gonna still make the beat. I'm gonna use the one I first made. I'm gonna use the first set of vocals. I had a plug-in mic that wasn't maybe the best mic, but that's how I did the vocals, and that's how I'm keeping it rugged. You know what I'm saying? So, and we still use the same methods to this day. Like however you do it, that's how you do it. It's done. Bow. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of that, and it's an attitude too, that kind of that became part of the formula and methodical way we did joints. It still exists, you know what I'm saying?